Hey there, magic makers. Here we are. We are live and streaming for your Wednesday, a magic drop. My name's Deb D. It's my absolute delight to be here with you again on a Wednesday because I've promised on Wednesdays at 12 noon, there's going to be a magic drop. Now, maybe I'm not always going to be here live, but magic will be live every Wednesday. And today's a Wednesday, so here we go. And I'm going to go there with diving in to the big M. Not magic, manifestation. Because why? We're in January and manifestation is all a buzz. You want something. You've got goals for the year. I get it. I've got it myself. But today what I want to talk about is not how to manifest. Today, I want to talk about what's the move you're making that's an anti-manifest move. I call them magic mishaps. There's one that you're making, maybe. I'm going to bet that you are, because you know what? I make it all the time. I think we all make this particular move and it messes up the frequency of our manifestations. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to reveal it. What's that move? Why do you make it? And how can you not make it? And then I have a resource to help you out. That's right. For on these Wednesdays between seasons of You Are the Magic podcast, I'm just going to be doing these little magic drops. And you can't ignore this January fever around goals and manifestation. And I also, as a magic weaver, someone who my job is teaching people magic, I can't ignore how frustrated I get with all of the talk around manifestation. I'm not saying your talk, I'm talking about the books, the teachers, the podcasts. I find sometimes that it's not actually supportive in a practical magic way. It's sometimes setting us up for these mishaps by not going into some of the detail, which is why at Big Life Magic, we're not doing a manifestation challenge or activation. I almost did. And then I pulled back and I was like, that's not what we need. What we need is alignment. So what we started last night was Energy Synergy, a 7-day alignment activation, because that's what I actually think you need to successfully manifest. If you want to give manifestation a red hot go in 2024, seek alignment first and then move into the manifestation. But what if you're already in the manifestation or you're reflecting on a manifestation? Like there was a young magic maker who I met yesterday, a young woman interested in our community. She's thinking about joining. She's new to me, so I'm curious and I say, so tell me about your magic. Well, I want to develop my intuition. I'm like, tick, yes, you do. Vital in the magical playground to be connected to your intuition. And, well, I'm interested in manifestation, but I don't know about that. I tried that and it didn't work. How many of us can say that? I tried that and it didn't work. This is why I get a little bit antsy about the manifestation world and all that's out there, because I really do feel like so many of us are walking around with these stories of, and it didn't work for me. So let's peel back one of those mishaps which lead you down the road of, that's not going to work, because it's not. And what is it? I bet you've done it. I've absolutely done it. I'm going to be doing it again for sure. And that is getting in your own way. I get in my own way all the time. And I need to unravel myself from that in order to move towards manifestation energy, which is about co-creation, not you in the way. It's not all up to you. It's actually about co-creation, which means if you're in the way, the universe is going, I can't find my way in. So many of us are getting in the way. So what you're going to do about that? How can you move forward in your manifestations and not get in your own way? Or if you do, spot it from a distance and say, I see you. I'm going to get myself out of the way. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you are going to get in your own way. Really common. We're doing this all the time. I have to unravel myself from these things all the time. So number 1 way that you are getting in your own way is what I call the list. You've made a list of what your manifested desire looks and feels like, down to the specifics. We've all heard of the list. Hey, I've made lists before. I'm calling myself out here. Not anymore, but in my younger manifesting days, I was absolutely all about the list. And the list is, say you wanted to fall in love. And the list is, this is the year I'm going to fall in love. And my new partner is going to be this tall, that color hair, have this type of job, likes his mother in this way, lives in this city, has this particular type of dog. I mean, you're picking up what I'm putting down, where you get very specific, because sometimes we're taught like you have to be really clear to the universe. Do you? I don't think the universe wants a list. The universe wants your intention, your desire, your movement towards that. Now, my friends, it is absolutely fine to have your preferences, because you might be like, wow, I want a new partner and I just want you to know, universe, that I have a preference for a redhead. Put it out there, but don't make it definitive, like it has to be these things. Because we've all heard those stories that are going around the internet where it's like, I put it on the vision board. I cut out a picture of a house and I put it on the vision board, and then 2 years later I find that vision board and it's the exact house. I mean, sure, that can happen, but that's like kind of like winning the manifestation lottery. These are the stories that are going to set you up for the mishap. What you want to do, forget the list and move into your preferences. Oh, I want to feel like we would maybe do this on the weekend, or they like watching these type of TV shows, or, you know, just play with possibilities, but do not get attached, because what you do when you create the list, you get in the way. Universe can't play. They're like, well, they're only requesting those things on the list. I mean, I had a better idea, but my idea is not on the list. Do not make a list. Please get out of your own way and play in dreaming. Oh, my nose is going itchy here. Getting out of your own way and playing in dreaming of possibility. Absolutely have your preference, but we're not attached. Okay, the second way that you are getting in your own way is what I call the timeline. I'm going to have this manifest reality by, and we put a date on it. What have we just done? We've created a condition that must be met, and if it's not met, well, then it didn't work. What about if, again, you can say, I would like this to happen within this year. Maybe it's not going to happen by spring. Maybe you won't have it by summer. Maybe you will. Because remember, it's co-creation. The universe is lining up some divine timing here. It's not your job. When I'm working with magic makers and they're saying, I'm having this by this date, what they've done is they've done just that. They've put all their focus in one direction and they've forgot that there's a whole universe available to them. Again, you can have a sense of like, I want to move forward in this way. It would be great if this happens within this time frame, and open to the play. Like I did this for my birthday wish list. So if you didn't know, maybe you don't know, in 2 weeks' time, on the 1st of February, I'm going to be turning 50. Cannot wait for my 50s. So excited. More about that later. But a couple of months ago, I started to click in. I'm moving into a new decade. What do I want this to be? What am I kind of calling in for myself in my co-creation? And I had some definite things that I wanted to not be in my life anymore, and some things I wanted to bring into my life. And wow, my nose is really itchy today. And so I started to work on that. And here we are 2 weeks out. This note, I started this a few months ago. Manifesting takes time, which is another part of that timeline. Like, don't think it's all going to happen within the lunar cycle. It takes a few beats. So give yourself that time on the dance floor to get into the groove. So for a few months, I've been working on some things that I knew I wanted to feel and be real for me when I turned 50 and began this new decade. And where am I at now? We've got 2 weeks left to go. And here's my manifest reality. Some of these things have come true. They haven't come true in the way that I thought in all details, but they've definitely come true. And they're still kind of working themselves out. And there's one in particular, it's not come true. It's not. I'm nowhere near that coming true. If that was to come true in the next 2 weeks, that would be like some kind of mystical, magical miracle. I mean, I'm here for it. And I'm not like holding out expecting that that's going to happen by my 50th. And I know I put the preference out. I would really love to have this reality for my 50th. And I'm also accepting that it's not. But do you know what I'm also noting? I'm noting the times I got in my own way, when I got tense, anxious, and worried about that. Pull yourself away from that. I also am noting, I may not be at the end, but the needle's moved. I am moving in the right direction. It is going to happen. It's just not going to happen by February 1st, unless we get the miracle. So the first 2 things you want to look out for in getting in your own way is the list and the timeline. But the third one is, it's a little bit more tender. This is the real underbelly of what gets in our way when we're manifesting. And it's the old story, the old pattern, or the old belief, the old hurt, the old memory. And I'm saying old for a reason. It is something that's a part of your past. But the reason it's in your way is because it is still in your energetic body. You're still thinking about it. You haven't let it go. You haven't let go of that resentment, nowhere near forgiveness. Or you can still kind of feel it in some moments in your heart space. Or literally the energetic load of it is still living inside your muscles of your body. This can happen. It happens for us all. If you're living a full life, and I really hope you are, it means at different points you've been disappointed, your heart's been broken, you didn't get what you want, and that builds up energetic load, which gets in our way. So what we need to do if we want to get out of our own way is take the time to tune within. How am I aligned with what I want? So if it's with love and you still got some really deep heartache here, don't go searching love now, be here. Clear this. And at the same time, you're working on moving towards your partner, because this is actual manifestation moves of moving towards this partner. Or maybe you want a new bank balance abundance reality, yet there's still an old money story and anxiety in the pit of your stomach about the credit card bill. If that's true for you, then we don't want fancy affirmations about going towards being rich. We want to be real about the fact that we need to kind of work with this mental energy, because these thought patterns are creating an energetic load. And they are absolutely getting in your way. This is why at the Big Life Magic Makers, we started with an energetic alignment. Everything that's in our body, our mind, our heart, and our spirit, we are clearing, we are pivoting, and we are charging up in the 7-day alignment so that we know that we are clear, ready, charged up to go for what we want. I want you to have what you want. And we can't ignore the ways we create these strict rules about it, like the list, the ways that we tell the universe when, and the ways that we ignore our thoughts and our feelings and that energetic load. All of these things are in your way. So let's get it out of the way. Right now, rip up the list. Rip up the list. Instead of the list, you want to be saying to your friend who's like, wow, I've been thinking about my new partner. And you know what I thought today? It'd be really nice if, like, be playful. Or, universe, I'm open to unexpected sources of income. Bring it on. That's not a list. That's opening. That's playful. That's co-creation. When it comes to the timeline, definitely put in a preference. Hey, I would like it done around here, or at least show me the pace and the rhythm that it's going at. Do not set definitive timelines on your manifestations because it creates massive roadblocks in divine timing. Does not help you at all. It gets you in your way. And for those deeper thoughts and feelings, I've got you. I can't remember when, maybe sometime in 2022 or early 2023, I recorded a meditation which is literally called Get Out of Your Way. And in that meditation, it's Reiki infused for you. I call in Archangel Jeremiel, who is the archangel who's going to help to take those worries away, the hurts away, the things you don't need. And you can be guided by me. We call in this archangel with this beautiful golden light, and you get to give it away so you can get out of your own way. It's what I highly recommend, because I've done it. You've probably done it. I'm probably going to do it again. Being human earthbound means we're going to get in our own way. And that's okay. But we want to be conscious of it and then get out of the way so we can move towards this co-creation. So forget the list. Have a preference on the timeline, but also just say in divine timing, thank you, universe. And maybe if you know, if you have a sense that there's something in your way, tune in with Archangel Jeremiel and me and the beautiful guided meditation that I created at some point in divine timing that now comes back to being in alignment for us all. If you're watching on YouTube, it's linked below. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, I'm going to make sure that that gets to you. I'm going to magic those links somehow today. Look out for it. If you're on the email list for Big Life Magic, it is going to be landing in your inbox really soon, later this afternoon. There's all the ways that you can play, but what I invite today is get out of your own way. Get out of the way and go on outside and play. So that's our Wednesday Magic Drop. If you are here with me on YouTube, subscribe, and then you can hit the notification button, which means you'll get notified when I upload new magic. Always here on a Wednesday at 12. Same, if you found me live on Instagram, say good day. Facebook, send a hello. Stay connected. Reach out to me if you want to know anything more about the Big Life Magic Makers. We just started the 7-day energy alignment activation yesterday. There's still time to jump in. If you want to jump in today, I'm keeping it open for just today. Once we move to day 3, it's like, we'll catch you next time. But we met as a group last night in Zoom and we had the opening of the activation. So if you want to jump in, you can watch that replay and activate day 2 today. It is so possible. There's a couple of people who couldn't make it last night who are doing that exact magic move. So reach out to me if you have any questions about energy synergy, joining the Big Life Magic Makers, and do yourself a favor and get out of the way, please. All right, you know it. I'm going to be back here next Wednesday for another magic drop. So between now and then, please breathe it in and believe it because it's true. It's you, my friend. You are the magic. Happy days.